Hi everyone, part 17 of Roxy's, and I was thinking I was putting a little envelope here. Now I think I've changed my mind. Just bear with me for 1 second. So I've cut out a bit of old beautiful quilt, and this will be my envelope. So I'm just going to sew up the sides. I've got a bit of this white, whatever it is, polyester mix. Maybe I'll do a bit of blanket stitch along the edge here. Hope everyone's doing well. I think I am. I think I am. Yes, blanket stitch, lovely. We've just had, well, I'm actually filming a few of these ahead, so this probably will be a week later. But we've just had 24 hours of solid rain, and it was supposed to be severe weather conditions, but it didn't seem. Sometimes we just miss it, and I think it missed us. Pretty much Melbourne hasn't had the floods that northern New South Wales and Queensland have had. Nevertheless, it was a lot of rain for spring, and you know what? The garden is loving it. So all my nasturtiums have come out, which is beautiful. My fuchsia's flowering, my sage. My sage is, I thought it died. Well, it didn't. It's flowering. It's very nice. I thought that the little caterpillar that was eating it had killed it, but it's grown back through winter and beautiful big purple flowers. So that's lovely because that's a new plant. So it's always nice. I love the first time that a plant flowers. I wasn't expecting to talk about plants, but there you go. Alright, just casting that off. By now, Lily and I are getting into a bit of a routine. The last of her stuff, well, by the time this video goes up, it will have already been moved. Her dad will have picked up the bigger stuff and brought it over. Got everything. I think tonight we're just going to meet to pack up the very last, just some, last bits and pieces like some shoes and the toaster and stuff like that. And then she is ready to have a couple of weeks of resting after all that activity, and then still trying to find a place up there in Queensland to live and work out when we're sending up the cat. So the news is that my cat and her cat do not get along very well at all. However, we're doing quite well at the moment, unbelievably so. They haven't even had one single fight. We've managed to keep my cat upstairs and her cat downstairs, and managed to keep one inside while one wants to go out the back. We've got a covered area that cats can be where they don't escape. So it's been okay so far, doing well. Yes, so it is a funny time. I have to say, and I know that most of the people that watch this are women and mothers, and I think everyone who's had children grow up and leave home, well, Lily's already left home once, and I don't know, I'm not letting her know, but I'm just actually finding it difficult. It's like she's leaving again, it's like, oh my goodness, second time. Oh, I've got a knot. So I'm feeling quite heartbroken. It's weird. I feel like it's the last time, I don't think she'll be coming back home again. And I don't know. I mean, she's got 2 years of uni, so she's definitely going to Queensland for 2 years. But this time I don't know. Don't know what's going to happen. It just doesn't feel like this will happen again. So that's how I am at the moment. Just a bit having a moment, really. I think. Anyway, those of you who are mothers will understand. Just cast that off in here. And get the rest done. Maybe I'll just start a new one so as it's not going to run out before the end there. So I'm enjoying anyway this next 6 weeks. Made her pancakes this morning, just enjoying, spoiling her a little bit, trying to help her out with the packing and stuff, even though it really hurts. I had to have 2 days off because my hands were killing me. That's what we do, isn't it? That's what we do as mothers. So before we know it, she'll be off and all her stuff will be out of the house. Let's hope she doesn't leave it all here. Last time her stuff was here for about a year or a year and a half, cluttering up the garage, and took ages to send it all up there. But anyway, hopefully this time it goes up there straight away so she can unpack, set up home and be settled. And she's going to live with her friend, Zach. And I think the only person she could live with is a gay male. So she's living with a gay male, and that might hopefully work for her. I'm laughing because, you know, she's had a lot of issues with men, so she's not really liking men too much. And Zach is her friend, so that's good. And also she has another friend up there, Kate, so she'll be able to hang out with Kate as well. So we're all happy about that. All right, that was probably TMI, but anyway, that's what we do. So here's my little envelope. And this, so now my decision is, I like the idea of putting it on here, and it's sort of part of the opening, but this was where I thought I was going to put it, and I decided I didn't want to do that. So now I'm having a thought that rather than do a well or something like that, I'm actually having a thought that the envelope is going to go here, next to the word August. Like this. Wait, am I on camera? Hopefully. So, let me take this panel out. I am going to love this book at the end, I think. I just love it. Right, so this is going to go here, like that. So I've got to work out, how do I want to get it down? And am I going to put the flowers on the top? That's what I'm thinking. It's not sitting down because it's not ironed. With or without? I think without, it just looks like a bit of folded quilt envelope. I think this embellishes a little bit and adds flowers, which could almost be symbolic of a well in the middle or a bunch of flowers, you know, like a little garden in the middle, something like that. So I think this is definitely going on here. Got to work out how it's going to stay down, and I've got to put it on here. Right, so let's get those flowers on first. Maybe I'll use a blue thread. Ye Olde Faithful alpaca. This is going to, I think the reason that I'm wanting to put this on this panel, so we're backtracking again, sorry folks, that the thing about this panel is that I like the idea of putting the quilted envelope on it because I was feeling it was a bit too flat and 2D. So this adds an element to it. So let's get this on. Doing a short stitch, and then the other side is the long stitch. Not quite an invisible stitch. Because obviously the word invisible does actually hint that it's invisible, but it's not. So it's short and long running stitch. I honestly love this bit of old quilt that I got off Lisa-Matic. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I've also got some old bits and pieces ordered from Melanie, but somehow we're having trouble catching up. So hopefully they'll be sorted soon as well. I think there's two ideas I'm just having while I'm doing this. I could either put a press stud to hold it down, or a bit of Velcro even. Maybe. Okay, well this is covering up that little corner of the envelope, so hopefully it'll still look like an envelope. Let's have a look. I mean, it's still like a little pocket, isn't it? I mean, let me get it attached to the background. First, I'm worried about the little closure after. Alright, so I'm thinking I might just do running stitch along the whole edge there. I also got a couple of little bits and pieces that Sarah sent me, and I was thinking of just adding them in. Somewhere like that. Right, not getting ahead of myself. A bit of running stitch along here, just at that inside line where the blanket stitch is. There's quite a few layers to go through, or maybe I'll do maybe I'll just do back stitch from each blanket stitch to the next. Yes. Right. Have I said how much I love this alpaca? Only about 1,000 times. And I've got so much of it, so it's going to take me years to run out, which is really good. I sent some to Joannette. But yeah, it's a favourite. I should get shares in the company. I go on about it so much. Oh, I wonder if I should do blanket stitch along this edge. Maybe. I'll have a look. Let me have a look when I get to the end. Isn't that good? I was thinking I've left that big bare space and I don't know what to do with it. And now I'm really happy that I left it and that later on I found something that worked for me. That's wonderful. Right, so just working out how am I doing this blanket stitch. Okay, just turn the camera off for a minute to finish this, just to do all the blanket stitch. And now coming to the end here. Just cast that off. And I've been thinking, maybe I might use a little bulb pin to secure the top of the envelope. So I just went to find them. See what I think.